Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. Happy Hobonichi season! Today I want to talk to you about my choice for 2026. And I did a spread in my current Hobonichi weeks to decide what would be the best choice for me for 2026 planner wise. Like I mentioned in my last video, having two planners is really not sustainable for me. I wasn't able to keep up with both of them at the same time, mostly because I was repeating myself in both planners. So choices were made, limitations were installed, and I end up ordering only a weeks, which is the White Line Ivory weeks. This is a different choice in aesthetic for me. It's very different than what I go for usually. I don't really like whites and beige. I'm mostly a brown and black and deep green girly, but for some reason, it's the only one that really spoke to me. The other colors available were really not my type, and I thought I could get another Gingham one, but then with my ADHD that really likes new stuff, it would have been very underwhelming to just get the same cover as this year. I don't know if you can relate, but yeah, I need change. I need a lot of change to be able to get that dopamine hit and actually be motivated to use my stuff. So that's where the White Line Ivory became the option. As you can see here, I did a little mock-up of what collage I could do on the front, because I actually don't really like that there is a white line. I would have preferred for it to be completely ivory, but that's okay, because I managed to find a way to cover the line and also add more stickers to it, like I did on the front of this one. So I'm going for a kind of artsy swamp, obviously green, olive green and brown shades to decorate this baby. Here I did a little exercise about what I need to track and what I need to plan, just to be sure that only a week would be enough for me. And I categorized all of the sections of the week. So the weeklies, the monthlies, the yearly view, the notes, and then I added my traveler's notebook, because this is always an option. And also Notion, that I started using more often lately, because I really like the way I can just put my everyday task and then have a calendar monthly view. It's really easy for me to plan my social media post on there. So yeah, I've been using Notion a lot lately. For my needs, well, obviously social media planning that I linked to Notion. It's going to be way more easy to do so digitally. Then there's common placing, which I'm going to do in my notes section of the weeks. The part where I thought a week's would be not enough is when I think about memory keeping and collages. Because right now, this is what my layouts look like. I have task over here, and there I have a tracker. I do a bit of collage on the top, and then the rest of the page is used to make a summary of the week. Or if there was a day that really stood out, I will write about that. The problem is, if I have more to talk about, then I'm lacking some spaces. So I will do common placing, collages, and memory keeping in the notes section if I'm lacking space over here. Then for my trackings, I have a couple of stuff that I'm tracking recently, and I'm starting to doubt of the usefulness of it. I like tracking my mood. It's fun to look at, it's satisfying to look at, but is it really useful to me? And I don't really think so. So we will see. I don't think I'm going to do tracking every weeks, like the little box I'm doing right now. I think this will go. Yeah, I think it's more of a decoration thing right now, because it's not... So if I have some tracking to do, it's probably going to be about my mood, and I'm going to do this kind of year in a pixel thing that I did there, so it only takes one page and that's it. The other tracking that I want to do is related to my weight loss journey. And I'm not going to go too deep in this because that's quite personal, and I really don't want anybody's opinion on that. So I'm just going to not talk about it. But what I can say is that I'm going to use the you know, this section. I don't know what it's called. I call it the yearly section, but I don't think it's that. It's kind of a monthly section made differently. So I'm going to use that to track my weight loss journey. Then daily task. Well, obviously these are going to be the same as this year. So on the left page of the weeklies. And did I have something else? Yeah, the events, they will go in the monthly section. And that's about it. And that's where I realized that I don't have a lot of planning needs. So 1 week is definitely plenty of space for me. Let's stop the overconsumption. There's this one little thing here that I try to implement right now, and it's some keys like you would do in a bullet journal, just to categorize my entries. So if I take this week, what I would like to do is use a dash to write about media consumption. So whether I watch a series, a film, or a video, or I play a video game, then I want to just make a dash and write the media I consume. So that way it's easy for me to see that, oh, this was related to media. Then this is something I already do, but whenever I have an event that it's something that requires me to go outside of the house, I will use a fountain pen to write the entry. For the task, this I don't think I will keep that way. So there won't be a dot. Task will just be written as is. And what I started doing lately is just draw a line with a 𝕰𝖼𝖊𝖏 marker on the side. And I feel like it's a good separation. It's pleasing to the eye to have a separation from the date and then jumping into the task writing. And on this line, I don't know if you can see properly, but whenever I complete a task, I'm using this line to mark the task that have been done. So no dots. And then for memory keeping, I'm going to draw a star. So that way everything will be categorized, but everything will be able to coexist in the same spread. And I think that's it, guys. It's quite easy. It's quite straightforward. And not gonna lie, it wasn't easy. I was debating on getting a weekly supplement because I really like the vertical layout. And then I talked to one of my followers on Instagram, and they really talked me out of it. They told me that the weekly supplement was even smaller than an A6, and yeah, this is definitely too small, and I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have used it. So thanks to you for talking me out of buying the weekly supplement. Is there something else to talk about? I think that's pretty much it. This year was the first year I tried ordering my planner on launch day on the Hobonichi official website, and that was very funny. Honestly, I thought that the error messages and the website crashing was kind of funny to me. And I wasn't very stressed out that the planner I wanted would be sold out, because it's a design that comes out every year. It was a funny experience. I really liked it. Yeah, so that's it for me, guys. I hope you were able to get the planners you wanted for next year. Let me know in the comments what's your lineup for next year. I'm very eager to watch everybody's unboxing videos and setup of their planners. It's always a fun season for me to see everyone get creatives, and it gives a lot of good ideas about what you can do in those cute little planners. I will see you guys maybe next week, because okay, this outro is way too long. I'm so sorry, but I keep coming up with new things to say. Since, well, you know about my cancer and stuff, now that I'm cured, I really don't want to go back to my previous job, because my previous job sucked. I wasn't happy there, not at all. And I think that now is the opportunity to actually start taking my artist job more seriously. So I would really like to make a living out of my art, and this is where it starts. So I'm giving myself the goal to post one YouTube video a week. I've already started to post every day on my art Instagram. I'm trying to draw and paint pretty much every day, film some shorts, post on a lot of different social media. I'm really trying to build my audience. I'm also preparing for artist markets, and I will try to reopen my shop. So, wish me luck. I hope everything goes well, but for now I have a lot of fun really taking this seriously, and honestly it's my dream to be able to live off my art and of my creations. This would be the dream. So yep. And now it's true, guys. I'm done talking. This video was way longer than it should have been. Happy Hobonichi season and happy planning, and I will see you maybe next week. Bye bye.